Hey YouTubers, Mike Martins here with the Mike Martins channel. Guys, I got a story and a half that's kind of important, that's pretty much not being covered by anywhere, any place. So I thought I'd throw this out there. Scientists say plastic pollution is shrinking penises will make most men fertile by 2045. Now, I've stopped drinking from bottled water years ago. I stopped buying bottled water. I make sure it's all that CPA plastic that's kind of... But today, I drew the line after reading this article. I actually bought now glass. I'm going full glass. Portable glass with external silicone grip on the outside, of course. Durable glass, wide opening so I can put lemon in, like I like to drink my lemon water. I'm going to go 100% neutral. Like all the cutlery at home I'm going to throw out when I get home. I'm going to make sure it's all glass. We're going to go back to glass and pottery and clay and all kinds of other stuff. I'm not going to... Yeah, this is becoming a major issue. And I even heard through the grapevine, you know the plastic lid they put on the coffee so your coffee doesn't spill from both sides? Apparently when that heats up, it actually dissolves a chemical into, or a chemical or plasticus type chemical into your coffee. I did not know that. So that's actually something people should be looking at if they want to remain healthy and they want the next generation to, Anyways, I'm going to stop preaching. Let's look at what the article is saying. An environmental scientist has warned that plastic pollution is shrinking penises and making men infertile, meaning most of them won't be able to produce sperm by 2045. Now, this is a big deal because it's happening now. I'm hearing a lot of, like, when I was a teenager... I got my first car. I was talking with a couple of friends in here. Like, I was chasing after girls, souping up my car. Always trying to find a date. Never want to be alone. And everybody was dating. Everybody was having fun. Everybody was going to clubs. Now, that is like, taking a back seat for some reason. Now it's video games and electronics. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just old and I don't see things the way they should be. I don't know. In a book called Countdown, Dr. Shanna Swan writes that humanity is facing an existential crisis due to the phthalates and chemical used in the plastic manufacturing processes, which disturbs the adrenochrome system. A growing number of babies are being born with small penises as a result of the phthalate syndrome, something that has been observed in rats when they are exposed to the chemical in tests. So that's a big deal, guys. Human babies are being exposed to the chemical in the womb, causing a shorter anogenital distance, which correlates to penis size. So phthalates mimic the hormone estrogen and thus disrupt the natural production of hormone in the human body, which researchers have linked to interference in sexual development in infants and behaviors in adults, reports Sky News. The chemical which is used to make plastic more flexible, is being transmitted to humans via toys, food, and other items. So yeah, toys are a big deal too, especially when you go to the dollar store and pick up your kid some toys. I'd be very careful, especially a lot of the stuff that's wrapped in the plastic that's been sitting there for 2 years on the shelf. You gotta, I'm not a doctor, but I'm not giving medical advice, but maybe you should start looking at some of this stuff because it's destroying us inside out. Swan cautions that our modern world is threatening sperm counts. Wow. Alerting male and female reproductive development and imperiling the future of the human race. Throughout the book, so they go on talking about the book. So CNN also published an article acknowledging that if sperm was an animal, it might be heading towards extinction in Western nations. And we previously highlighted face masks are also known as an extra burden of plastic pollution. So there it is right there. Around 1.5 billion face masks will be dumped into the sea to further contaminate the oceans with harmful plastics and damaging vulnerable marine ecosystems. So, guys, I kind of wanted to throw this out there because everyone's worrying about the wrong things. And we're not worrying about the next generation. If we did worry about the next generation, then one, housing wouldn't be severely unaffordable. Basic necessity of living, a basic shelter so you could go to work and earn your keep is out the window. If we cared about the next generation, we would be more careful. Countries would be more cautious with immigration. Countries would be more cautious about GMO foods and chemicals in the water and fluoridating water. It would be very different if they actually cared about the next generation, which they so do care so much about, that they're locking the whole world down for what? Anyways, I'm not going to get into that so my channel doesn't get shut down. This is big. This is a big deal. And I have a feeling that this is going to get a lot worse before it gets any better. And I think they're going to start making a big deal about this around 2040, 2045, when the last human is born on Earth and there's no more reproduction. There's a movie about that, where the last human was born and they had to protect that human because it was the last of the youngest humans in existence, and women weren't reproducing, men weren't able to, you know what I mean, plant the seed. That's what's happening here. And I think things are going to get a lot worse before they get better, because we are not taking the things of importance and putting them step forward. Our politicians are making a mess. Look what's happening in the Commonwealth. Amerifornia is coming to America. Amerifornia is a big deal. Americans have no idea what's going to happen to America. Now that they have a fully liberal elected leader, they have no idea what's headed towards them. They're more worried about charging us on carbon tax. They're more worried about other things, but they're not looking at creating a better, safer. Glass is better. Glass is recyclable. Glass is life. It creates jobs. It's great. You know, it's heavier, but yes, it's recyclable, and it's a good. I think it's a better alternative to plastics. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. When are we going to start putting important things forward and stop? I don't know. I would have liked to see protests of unaffordability, housing. No, they burned down cities over what? That nobody's, and we create more and more divide, which creates more and more hate, and then more. We're segregated in our minds. It's all in our minds. It's always been in our minds, and segregation exists in our minds, and that's the scary part. Nobody's born to hate. Nobody's born to basically create what they think we're doing, or that we're committing around this world. Comment below. Look forward to reading your comments. Thanks for watching.